Hey, it's OC Evelyn, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about dorming here on Wellesley. I know room assignments dropped, so that's been a bit of a hot topic right now. Hopefully, this video can kind of help incoming students visualize their dorms a little bit with some pictures and videos, because I know I definitely arrived on campus not knowing what to expect. I'll try to summarize what the typical room in each neighborhood will look like, what the vibes are for each neighborhood, and a little bit on their respective dining halls. So let's get started. We're going to start with the college map, which you can find on the Wellesley College website, and this is just to situate everyone to where their neighborhoods are. There are kind of four dorming neighborhoods on campus. There's the Quint, Tower Court, East Side, and Stone Davis. First years are placed into each neighborhood randomly. Like the name suggests, the Quint is composed of 5 dorms. We have Casino, Pomeroy, Beebe, and Schaefer, and those 4 are arranged in kind of a U shape, while Munker is slightly off to the side. So we were actually able to go film a Beebe first year double, which is going to be very representative of what rooms, especially in the Quint, are going to look like. The rooms in the Quint are overall quite homogeneous. Some might be slightly larger or smaller, or some of the closets are walk-in singles instead of doubles, or your ceilings might be slanted if you live on a higher floor, but in general, they are pretty cookie-cutter rectangular rooms. People really like living in the Quint because of its location. It's conveniently located close to the campus center, which has the mailing center, the Lulu Dining Hall, the Emporium, and the bookstore. The alumni bus stop is also next to Lulu. It's also the closest neighborhood to the KSC, the sports center, so a lot of athletes like to live there. Before I move on to another neighborhood, I'm going to talk a little bit about furniture. The OCs have gotten a lot of questions asking about what is in each room. So, what every student is guaranteed is one twin XL bed, a desk and a chair, and a dresser. This is regardless of what neighborhood you live in. But there's a lot of variables when it comes to other furniture. For example, some rooms will have a rectangular mirror, some rooms will have a full-length mirror, and some will have both. Some rooms may already have a fan in its closet. Some rooms may have chairs that rock a little bit, and some rooms will have bunk beds, which can be unbunked if you put in a work order to the maintenance team. So it's definitely hard for anyone to say what exactly your room will look like. It's best to approach move-in day with an open mind and be ready to have to go to Target or Amazon some things that might be missing. Tower Court is the largest of the neighborhoods on campus. It is composed of Severance, Tower Court East, Tower Court West, Lake House, and Claflin. Unlike the Quint, it's harder to predict what a room in Tower Court is going to look like. The rooms are not all uniformly shaped just because of how the building was constructed back in the day. For example, one of my friends lived in Claflin and had a room with alcoves in it. I also know of a couple rooms with steps that lead to its entrance. OC Larissa, who lived in Claflin, said that out of all the first year double rooms, truly none looked the same. Furthermore, Tower Court is currently undergoing renovations right now. They're doing a lot of cosmetic upgrades to the inner infrastructure, so nobody really knows what the new Tower Court rooms are going to look like. Here are some pictures of a room in Severance, which was finished renovating last year. The new tower and Claflin halls will probably have rooms that have a similar finish to what they've done here. People like living in Tower Court because of its dramatic architecture. It kind of gives dark academia Harry Potter core. If you're on one of the upper floors, you might be able to have a lake view. Tower also has its own dining hall, and it's pretty central to campus, being decently close to Lulu and the academic quad. I feel like we're quite literal with names at Wellesley, but like the name suggests, these dorm halls are on the east side of campus. Some people also call them the new dorms because they were built in the 1950s, which is relatively new compared to the other dorm halls. There's McAfee, Freeman, and Bates, and they're all connected. Dorms on East Side are also pretty homogeneous and easy to predict, but they definitely look different from the rest of the dorm neighborhoods. Here's some key features. They're pretty rectangular and generally larger than West Side rooms. They have horizontal windows instead of vertical windows, and they have built-in storage spaces like the closet, vanity, and shelving. I think in general, the student population agrees that East Side has nicer rooms. It is, however, farther from places like Lulu and the academic quad. Students who are in STEM majors really like to live here because the Science Center is just a short walk away. East Side is also the neighborhood closest to the Ville. There's a dining hall in Bates which has a house-made gelato station, and that has so many cool flavors. It's pretty hotly contested on campus whether Lulu or Bates is the best dining hall. Last but not least, we have Stone Davis. When some people say East Side, they include Stone Davis with McAfee, Freeman, and Bates. But for the sake of this video, we're going to say that they're a separate neighborhood because Stone Davis does have quite a different aesthetic and rooms from the rest of East Side. Like Tower, it's a bit more difficult to predict what a Stone Davis room will look like. There's some variety in room shapes, but here's an example. Stone Day is not super central on campus, but it's the closest to the college club, which is where health services and counseling is currently being housed, and the chapel. It's possible to get a room with gorgeous lake views, and Stone Day also has its own dining hall. It exclusively serves kosher, vegetarian, and vegan food. There's a big East and West Side debate on campus, the East being the new dorms and also Stone Davis, and the West being the Quint and Tower Court. There truly isn't a right answer because there's both pros and cons to all of the neighborhoods, and it depends on each individual student's preference. West Side typically has a more social atmosphere, while East Side is a bit more quieter. East Side typically has larger rooms and closets than West Side. It's more convenient to go to the gym on West Side, but it's more convenient to go to the Ville on East Side. So it truly depends on what you value in your dorm life, but either way, students have had great experiences living in all of the neighborhoods at Wellesley. Hope this content helps. I'll be dropping a college essentials post on Instagram soon. That will address what things you will need for your bed, desk, shower, school bag, all the good stuff. The OCs will also be moving from their summer housing to their fall dorms soon, so I'll take you along to see what a moving in process looks like. In the meantime, virtual student orientation is starting, so please, please, please be looking at your emails and re-engage. There's a ton of fun events coming your way. And I forgot to say, but Wellesley Res Life has a great TikTok channel that has a lot of room tours, so if you're looking for more dorm content, go there.